Hey guys, it's Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist here in the Seattle area. Today's video is a very special one to me because it's the 3 things that I have adopted since being a dermatology resident. I just want to say thank you so much before jumping in the video. I cannot thank you guys enough for your engagement, you sharing the videos, also finding me in clinic or even on the streets, you guys coming up and saying hi. Thank you guys for everything, and it's changed my life. So we're getting close to being at the 4-year anniversary of the channel. So let's keep going, all right? So today, 3 skincare habits that I'm very happy I adopted. Number 1, being a retinoid, using a retinol or a prescription retinoid. Retinoid's a vitamin A derived product that can be prescription, like tretinoin, adapalene 0.3%, triferritine, tazarotene, and then there's over-the-counter retinoids like adapalene 0.1%, retinol, retinol, and retinaldehyde. You know, I talk about over-the-counter options a lot on the channel. In residency, I started on tretinoin 0.05%. At age 25. I'm just happy I did start at that time because when you stay with a retinoid, you can get a lot of its benefits. It doesn't happen just overnight. It takes about 2 or 3 months of using consistently a retinoid to help with your acne. And if you want to work on hyperpigmentation, collagen, 4 to 6 months at least of consistent use every night or every other night to get benefits. You want to try to go for every night if possible, but I know a lot of people who cannot tolerate every night because the big thing with retinoids is that it dries out your skin, can cause peeling, especially around the mouth, especially in the first 3 weeks. So I always say start slowly. If you do an over-the-counter retinol, my first retinol I've ever used as a dermatology resident was ROC, R-O-C. And they have different retinol products, and I've used their fragrance. One, the Retinol Correxion Night Cream. Now when I use it, it's pretty heavily fragrant. The smell is pretty strong, so I like the fragrance-free jar. That's a really nice one. And also their capsules. Their capsules are these biodegradable capsules that are dosed for your face and neck, and I like to travel with it. That jar is quite durable, and I just throw it into my luggage or carry-on, quite small, twist off the top, pour the serum, and then apply it to your face, and then it's ready to go. So ROC's a great option for beginners. It's not very irritating. A lot of my patients can tolerate it well. If you want to look at other brands that are also in the affordable range, you know, you'd be looking at ROC for like $35 to $40, and that can last you a while because you're just using a very small amount of the product for it to work. Other brands you could look at would be Olay Retinol 24. That's nice because it has niacinamide, has peptides. Peptides are great because it's cell signaling and can tell your skin to make more collagen. And then I also like CeraVe's Resurfacing Retinol Serum. I like that more than the Renewal, the skin renewing purple one. The blue Resurfacing Retinol has licorice root extract, which is nice in helping with hyperpigmentation. And that one's quite affordable. You can find it at Target, your local drugstore, online. You can look at the more expensive options. Alpharet by Skin Better Science. That one has a special retinoid that has been shown in a study to be equivalent or not inferior to tretinoin 0.025%. And that one is nice because you have an exfoliant built into it. You have glycolic acid and lactic acid. So you have alpha hydroxy acids with your retinoid to help exfoliate the skin, brighten the skin, helps that texture, tone. I really like Skin Better Science a lot, but it is a higher price point. Number 2 will be sunscreen every day. And that's like an obvious. You guys all knew I was going to say sunscreen. And I've been using sunscreen very regularly since starting dermatology residency. But before that, very off and on. Maybe I would only bust it out for when I go to the beach because I did my med school in Hawaii where I grew up. I hit the beach a lot. And did I wear sunscreen when I went to the beach? Yes, always. Did I burn because I didn't reapply? Sometimes, and I've been guilty of that too. Reapplication is huge. But what I want to stress today is that tinted sunscreens are really important if you are skin of color especially, and if you have hyperpigmentation. So tinted sunscreens have iron oxides, and you can see that on the ingredient list. Iron oxides are special because they will block visible light. Like we talk about blue light a lot. Blue light is in the visible light spectrum. You can get that outdoors. Devices, not clinically relevant, but theoretically blue light can cause oxidative stress in your skin, causing aging, so wrinkles, crepiness. Also, visible light can just worsen hyperpigmentation in general. So you want to block those particular wavelengths with your sunscreen. Some tinted sunscreen products I mentioned on the channel that I'll bring up today. Dermatology Universal Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 46, which is the dupe for the UV Clear of EltaMD, the tinted version. Very good sunscreens. Another one would be MDSolarSciences. Mineral Tinted Creme is a nice one. My wife likes that one a lot. She also likes the Vichy sunscreen that's tinted. That one's in an orange and white bottle that I'll have the link to down in the description. And then also ones that I use a lot actually. You think it's very expensive and fancy, but I use the CeraVe Sheer Tint SPF 30 a lot. I bring the little samples with me traveling, and it's a great tint that matches my skin tone really well. So I like that one a lot. My staff likes the EltaMD UV Elements. That one's a really popular one. It's a thicker BB cream texture that has a good tint to it that will help hide blemishes. And then another popular one that I use in my clinic for my patients who just had a chemical peel would be the SkinCeuticals UV Fusion tinted sunscreen. I put that on my patients when they just had a chemical peel right in the office, because you want to take care of your skin after a peel when it's quite vulnerable to UV. You want to block most of the wavelengths that can cause hyperpigmentation. So that one's a popular one, because usually your sunscreen that's not tinted will just block UVA and UVB. UVA being a longer wavelength, UVB being a shorter wavelength, but carries higher power, higher energy. UVA longer wavelength, but it penetrates deeper into your collagen. So both will affect your skin in a negative way. There are a lot of bad videos out there with misinformation saying you need the sun to heal your skin, it's good for your skin. There are some benefits to sunlight. You get vitamin D production, but not a reliable source of vitamin D. The sun, I recommend supplementing vitamin D and having a good balanced diet. You don't need to lay out there or even go to a tanning booth to get vitamin D. Plus, tanning booths don't have UVB in their light box. It's usually UVA they use. So you need UVB to help produce your vitamin D for the day. Number 3 would have to be vitamin C serums. You guys know I like vitamin C serums. I started retinoids in age 25. Sunscreen, I wish I started earlier. For all the young people out there, start as soon as you can. And then for vitamin C serums, late 20s, early 30s. At first I was skeptical. I was like, okay, how much can a vitamin C serum do for my skin? Vitamin C is a great antioxidant that can block free radical damage from the sun and pollution, but it's also very labile and unstable. So as soon as it hits your skin, pH isn't right, the heat isn't right. A lot of factors, UV can break it up. It can make it not work as well. But if you can take care of your vitamin C serums, you want to keep it in the fridge or a cool place, I highly recommend keeping it intact as long as you can and using up the bottle within the first 3 to 4 months, because after that it does get oxidized and it starts to change color. Some brands have said that it still works, and they can do that apple test where they squirt some of their vitamin C on the apple and keep it from browning. Even when it's changed color, they can prove that it still works. Yes, but I believe the potency is gonna decline with time. So try to use it up and get the most out of your bottle. If you have sensitive skin, if you have a rosacea, you wanna try to take it easy and maybe start with something very affordable. You know, CeraVe makes a vitamin C serum that's like 20 something bucks. That one's very affordable. But if you wanna go up for something stronger, because that one's 10% ascorbic acid. If you wanna go for 15% ascorbic acid, that's where we can have a lot of fun, because I really feel like I see a lot of benefits with 15% ascorbic acid. You can go for Obagi, which is 15%, and that's a higher price point. Dermatology makes a good CE+F of serum with 15% ascorbic acid. I think that's like 75 or 85 bucks. But if you want to go with something like Maelove, that one's affordable, and that one's the dupe of SkinCeuticals CE+F, which is awesome. It's the gold standard for vitamin C serums. Lots of clinical studies backing it. That one you can actually splurge on. In the case of Maelove, that one actually does do a good job. It's very much a fraction of the price, but it's a good product. SkinCeuticals also has a really nice serum called the Phloretin CF, where you got 10% ascorbic acid, ferulic acid, plus you have Phloretin. So you have a different combination of antioxidants that are just so nice. I like that one a lot, so check that one out as well. So vitamin C, what I would do is cleanse your face. You can apply your vitamin C serum, wear your moisturizer, and then your sunscreen. Vitamin C does not replace sunscreen. Sunscreen is blocking all the carcinogenic wavelengths, so we don't get skin cancer, as well as photoaging from the sun breaking down our collagen, causes red, white, and brown spots on our face and the back of our hands, our neck, our chest. But your vitamin C serum, you can put it on your neck, your chest, the back of your hand. The nice trick you could do is put a few drops on the back of your hand and start applying it to your face, your neck, your chest, and then extra rub it in back of the hand so your back of your hands get treated as well. That's a nice trick. You can do that for your retinoid too. So if you want to put a large pea size, use that as a way to put the dots in your face and connect the dots, and then extra goes in the back of your hand. If you want to treat your neck with a retinoid, I'd say half a pea size amount to start off with, because the neck is very sensitive. I know I've talked about this before, but those are 3 things I'm really happy that I adopted since becoming a dermatologist. Dermatology is a great field. 4 years of undergrads, 4 years of medical school, 4 years of residency, clinical research, clinical training where you're in the clinics, in the hospital. I was on call, and I have to say that there's a lot I know about the skin, hair, and nails. I'm very grateful I started while I was in residency, and a little bit after would be the retinoid sunscreen, especially tinted sunscreen, and vitamin C serums. All these new products coming out, it's hard to navigate through them. I get these samples in, and I try them out, and I don't like to like badmouth any brands, but I'm gonna stick with the ones that I've tried for a long period of time. My patients have come back and given me feedback on, my staff has given me feedback on, and that's when I'm gonna really take the time before I talk about it on the channel, because I wanna make sure that everything I say here is consistent with what I see and say in clinic. Hope this video is helpful. Please take care, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Please hit the like button, please share with your friends, and also please subscribe to the channel. Peace.